welcome to this first Elite Dangerous Mining Guide Part 1. With this video we will go through the basics of mining. We will start from the surface scanner, then we will go through how we can check the planetary ring, and then how to approach the planetary ring, which spot to choose, and how to recognize the correct rocks, and then some details about the laser mining, the subsurface mining, and the core mining. So let's dive into it. So let's start from the surface scanner. When you are at the station that you are docked, you can go into the system map and you can start to look for the planet that you want to mine. So every planet must have the planetary rings around, like this one on Fusang 1, Fusang 2, 3 and Fusang 4. Now this is my base planet, so I know that what I'm looking for is on Fusang 2, and that's where I'm gonna put my target on it. So if I click on Fusang 2, is gonna open this window, and then from the top right I have to count basically 1, 2, 3, and it's the third indication and planetary information, and from there I have the information which type of ring it is, and it's rocky, and normally the best material are in rocky, metallic or icy ring. So we targeted our planet, we are out, we are approaching it. On the left you see it in red, surface scanner. We have to approach it when it will tell us that we are too fast. Then we slow down, and now it's cyan color. We fire it up, and then we see this indication on the ring. We fire the probe. When the probe hits the ring, it will start to highlight it. Now, as you see in this case, we had the planetary ring doesn't show anything because there is no hotspot in this one. It's not a bug, it's just that not all the planetary ring they have some hotspot to mine off. Now let's go straight to our Fusang 2. So how do we approach the planetary rings? So as you see, Fusang 2 has already been scanned with the surface scanner, so I can go and press select the hotspot that I want to mine in. So today I'm gonna choose the biniotite. So I'm gonna lock the destination and I'm gonna fly straight to it. Now we'll forward a little bit fast. So as we are getting closer, we have to go towards the center of the spot. Here I fast forward a little bit, and then I normally don't drop exactly in the middle. I like to stay a little bit out, like between 3 to 5 mm. That's because then I can fly straight towards the hotspot and I don't have to just simply fly around. So as soon as we dropped from the cruise, we have to select our pulse wave. So the pulse wave is gonna highlight all the asteroids that are in front of us, and we have to go and pick the colored one. But it's not very easy. We will see that there are different type of colors, and that every color represents a different type of mining and material we can find. So the mining session normally might take between 1.5 to 2.5 hours, so an average of 2. With those I'm able to get quite a lot of money. So the difficult part here is at the beginning is to identify the correct asteroids. Now I was very lucky to find this spot, and I stopped here and I took this screenshot because here we can see the 5 different colors that can actually like confuse you, especially at the beginning when you are looking for the asteroids. We will see in a moment the 5 different colors, and when it comes to choose the asteroids, is about the color and the shape of it. I will be more specific in a moment. Also, remember that we will fly with certain amount of limpets, so if we start to fire them up towards the wrong asteroids, we will end up consuming them way earlier than they are supposed to. And this is a mistake that I did in the very beginning, so I think also most other people done it. And let's go and see in details those 5 different colors. So this is color number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. All of them will give you some materials to mine, but which one is for which type of mining? So the darkest one are those for subsurface or laser mining. The brightest one will give you the core mining. So it's not very easy to identify them, so we have to work with color and shape. So let's see which one is gonna give us the core mining. And the winner is the number 3. We will approach it now a little bit closer. As I am approaching the asteroids, I keep in scanning because sometimes the color that we get is a false positive. If the asteroid keeps this very bright yellow, then it means that is the correct one. Also, this is the shape that I'm looking for. So as soon as I am on a correct distance, doesn't have to be exactly perfect, I will select my limpet prospector. So after I have selected it, I will launch it, and as soon as I launch it, I target it. So the moment that it hits the rock is gonna tell me exactly which materials are on it. In this one, we have the monazite. Now let's go into the 3 different types of mining, starting with the laser mining. The laser mining is the easiest of the 3 because it just required 2 mining lasers. We just aim to the rocks, we fire up the lasers, we throw our collector's limpets out, and they will start immediately to collect the material. Let's move into subsurface mining. Here we will use the subsurface displacement missile. So you can see this asteroid is not as bright yellow as the one we saw before, but it still has some yellow on it. We will fire up our limpet prospector, and here we will see that we have some surface deposit that is highlighted with the black spot pointing downwards. So we select our spot, we get closer to the rock. Here we see that this rock has a very high rotational speed, so it's gonna be very hard for us to get into the spot. That's where the thrusters come into place. So I will start to get around over here. We will see that it will take a little bit, and also I have to put all my pipe into the engine. Now they are all into the system modes. So I can also change the spot that I want to mine because maybe it's easier. But then as soon as I found my spot, as you can see now all my pipes are into the engine, so it's a little bit easier to control. I will fire it up, I will keep it pressed down, and then I have to hold down until I will not hit the blue spot. And then I fire it up again, and in this case I got 2 successful hits. You will see that I will just going around a little bit, and just to get a better angle, and I will Still keep pressing down, and as you can see here, we have two types of indication on the bottom left display. Zooming in, we will see that this display is divided into two parts, the bottom one and the upper part. The bottom one, we have to leave our fire button when we are on the blue, and the top one is telling us the strength of that subsurface deposit. The lower is the value, the lower is the strength, so the speeds will go faster. The higher is the value, so the more orange we have, the strongest is the material, so the slower our cursor is gonna move. If you have done it correctly, it will release chunks of material that our limpet collector we will be able to take. Let's dive into core mining using our seismic charge. So as before, we arrive at our target, we fire the limpet prospector, we target it, and we see which type of core the asteroid has. So as soon as we have done it, we open the contact panel, and as you see, we have several asteroid fissures in the contact, and we will have to select initially the lower one. Now, as I was selecting it, I was scanned by a pirate, so I had to wait a little bit. In the meantime, I already pre-selected the seismic charge, and if you see on the right, we have average, low strengths. That's what we are looking for. And here we go, the pirate. We'll just forward a little bit, and then we will have to position on top of it. And I like to stay more or less between 500 to 600 meters, not that much. I will load it up to maximum intensity, and then we will see top right, the screen is almost in the blue, and then I have to select immediately another low strength because we have a counting timer, and then I will go to position again in front of the fissures, and this time I will discharge with lower intensity, because if it is too much, then we will go into the red detonation yield and the forecast is gonna be poor. So this case I have fired up like a third of the total charge, as you can see here, and then after this I'm going to reposition. Let's say 1 kilometer away it's enough, because otherwise if the asteroid blows up and I am too close, I can damage or even destroy my ship. So as soon as I am a safe distance, I will open the cargo scope, and then I will go back into the fissure contact, and I will select detonate now. Doing so, from whatever counting remaining, I'm gonna go down to 10 seconds. And now let's hear the beautiful sound of the asteroid explosion. As you heard, there was this disturbance, but nothing happened. Shield is fully boosted, and now is the time to fire up the collector and select our abrasion blaster. So with the abrasion blaster, we get close to the rock, we have to aim towards this blue spot, we fire up, and they will disattach from the asteroids, having time for the collector to get them. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please leave the likes and subscribe. And if you have any question, leave them on the comment down below and I will be happy to reply. More videos will come soon, so see you later. Cheers!